Hey guys, and welcome to day 4 of our 5-day series on overcoming fear and anxiety. On day 1, we talked about who is God. On day 2, we talked about walking with God. Day 3, trusting in Him. And today we're going to talk about perfect peace. So I'm going to start off by reading a verse in Isaiah 26, verse 3. It says, "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you." So it's because of our trust in the Lord that this peace comes. And it's not just peace, it's perfect peace. So I want to dive into exactly what does that mean. The definition of perfect is absolute, complete, and precisely accurate. And peace is freedom from anxiety and distress. So it's the opposite of fear. His peace is absolute, it's complete, and it's precisely accurate. Whatever your fear is, it targets exactly what that is, and He gives us peace for what we're afraid of or worrying about or anxious about. And this peace is the opposite of fear, is coming into resting with the Father, not worrying and striving and thinking about things that make us full of anxiety and fear, but just resting in who God is and who we are in Him. His peace is not like human understanding. It passes all of that and it doesn't quite make sense. I think of whenever Jesus was in the boat in the storm on the ocean and He was napping on it. He was so in the peace of God that even when storms were around Him, He was napping, which I think is a perfect picture for what God invites us into. Even if you're in the storm of life, when things are going on around you, you can be so restful in who God is and the fact that He's got you and He's taking care of you. He is the Prince of Peace. It says in the Bible that that is His name. And so when we walk with the Prince of Peace, it's natural for us to have peace in His presence. There's another verse that I really love in Psalms 4, verse 8. And it says, "In peace I will lie down and sleep. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety." And that dwelling is just abiding and resting and being in. And safety is what He promises to us, that He is our comfort. He is our safety. If we look to anything else to bring us that comfort, it will fall short. And so I just encourage you that if you are feeling fear or anxiety or stress in any situations or worrying about anything, abide with the Prince of Peace. And what you will receive in that is perfect peace, absolute, complete rest in His presence with the Father. All right, friends, we are going to get started in our simple seated posture, crossing at the ankles, rooting down through the tailbone, and reaching all the way out through the crown of the head. Find your long and straight spine. Go ahead and bring the shoulders up to the ears and release them down. Do that a couple times. Inhaling, bringing the shoulders high. Dropping them low, just starting to roll them out, and then release the shoulders down the back, bringing them away from the ears. See if you can draw the crown of the head just a little bit taller in your simple seated posture. We're going to go ahead and close the eyes and start all together with 3 deep breaths. So go ahead and release your breath out through the mouth, emptying out. And then take a deep inhale through the nose, all the way to the top, and then open mouth, exhale, release. Great job. A couple more of those all together. Inhale, just starting by bringing that breath in deep, expanding the chest and the belly, filling up the body, and open mouth, exhale. Great cleansing breaths here. One last deep breath. Inhale through the nose, filling up all the way to the top, bringing oxygen to the body. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and open mouth. Release it out. Awesome job. We're going to go ahead and get started finding some movement. Inhale, sit up a little bit taller in your simple seated. And then as you exhale, bring the chin down into the chest and start to roll that neck out from side to side, coming all the way around, opening up the throat, taking it slow and gentle, using that breath to move the head all the way around. Go ahead and switch the rotation, going the opposite direction, releasing any tightness stored here. Great job. Come back to center, and we're going to release the right foot out. Left foot comes into the right thigh, making our figure 4. Inhaling the fingers high, making sure the shoulders and hips are square to the front. And then as we exhale, start to reach forward, bringing those fingertips as far forward as you can, coming all the way and then arching through the spine and folding over that right leg. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold over. Focusing just on that right hamstring, starting to open up, moving those muscles. And here you can stay in your forward fold, or you can find a little bit of a flow with me as we reverse this motion. So if you're with me, we're inhaling to the center. Plant the left hand behind the hip, point through the right toes, and then inhale, reach the hips all the way up and bring those fingertips back, opening up the chest and the heart. Great job. Reaching. And then exhale, slowly release the hips back down and fold back over that right leg. We're going to take this a couple more times. Inhale, coming back to center. Plant that left hand down. Point the right toes and start to reach those hips tall. Open up the chest. Release the forehead back, opening up the throat. Lengthening with your inhale through the fingertips. Becoming long through the body, and exhale, release it all the way down. And fold over that right leg, coming just a little bit closer in with the chest towards the thigh. And we're going to take this motion one more time on this side. Inhale, coming back to center, plant the left hand, reach the hips high, bring those fingertips all the way back, lengthening from the right toes to the right fingers, expanding through the body, filling up with air. And then exhale, release it all the way down, getting one last really good stretch here on the right side. Great job moving and opening up these muscles to start off our practice. Coming back to center, we're going to switch out the legs. So the left foot comes long, right foot comes into the left thigh, making our figure 4 on the other side. Squaring off those hips and shoulders, sitting up tall. Inhale, reach the fingertips high. And on your exhale, slowly start to bring those fingers all the way forward, making a long spine, and then arching through the back, folding over the left leg. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold over. Now we're focusing in on that left hamstring and breathing into that space. Again, you can stay here in your fold if this is enough on the body right now, or you can join me as we flow it out, reversing this motion. Inhale, come to center. Plant the right hand behind the hips, point through the left toes, and reach the hips all the way up, bringing those left fingertips back. Open up the chest and open up the heart. Beautiful job. And as you exhale, slowly release those hips back down and fold over the left leg. A couple more times on this side. Inhale, come to center. Plant the right hand, point the toes, and lift the hips, reaching through those fingertips. Dropping that forehead back just a little bit, opening up the throat. So our weight is pressed in to the bottom of that right leg and in the right hand. Expanding here and reaching. And exhale, come back to the hips. Come back to the mat and fold over the left leg. Coming just a little bit closer into that thigh, getting a little deeper stretch here. And last time, inhale, come to center, plant the hands, lift the hips, open up through all of the front body, reach through those fingertips, open up, awaken these muscles, bring the breath in deep, and exhale, slowly release the hips down and fold over that leg one last time. Coming as close to that left leg as you can, opening up the hamstring. And whenever you're ready, we're going to come to center and swing the legs around, finding our tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Draw that belly button in towards the spine. And we're going to warm up the spine with our cat-cow. So as we inhale, bring the gaze high, drop the chest low, coming into your cow pose. And then on our exhale, start to round through the spine. Chin comes to the chest, finding your cat pose, arching all the way from the hands to the knees, creating a long line through the body. Inhale to cow. Open up the chest, bring the gaze high, and exhale to your cat. Take that a couple more times with your breath, moving, flowing from one posture to the other. And then come to a neutral spine. Inhale, reach the right toes back, pointing through the toes. Planting into those hands and the left knee, becoming long through the right leg. And we're going to exhale, bend the knee and circle it towards the front, creating circles with the knee. So we're just opening up the hip here, finding some movement here on the right side. Coming back to reaching, bend the knee and reach it back. Taking this with your breath, inhaling, bend the knee, reaching the toes back. Great job, just making big circles. And then gently placing that right knee back down. We're going to switch to the other side. So bring the left toes all the way back, creating a flat line from the toes to the head. And then inhale, bend that left knee, draw it towards the side, create a circle here. Exhale, extend back through that back foot. Inhale, bending the knee, drawing big circles. Exhale, extend, taking this motion with your breath, warming up the left hip. Great job using that breath. And then gently releasing that left knee back into the mat. tuck the toes, lift the hips, and find your first downward facing dog of our practice. Start to walk out your dog, bending one knee at a time. Opening up the backs of those legs. Planting into the hands, spread the fingertips out wide, lifting out of the hips, bringing weight out of the wrists. Lower the hips coming into our plank pose, and we're going to hold it here for 3 breaths. Inhale through the nose, using that core. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, deep breath, really tightening and strengthening here. Exhale, great job. One more breath. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, you can drop the knees down or you can keep them high as we find our vinyasa flow with chaturanga, bending those elbows to a 90-degree angle. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. And exhale, step into your forward fold, walking those feet in between the hands. And folding all the way down, drawing the chest in towards the legs. And then clasping the hands behind the back, we're going to bring the wrists together and allow the knuckles to just start to fall in towards the mat, bringing our forward fold just a little deeper. Opening up through the shoulders and the chest here. Inhale. And exhale, see if you can let those hands come just a little closer in towards the mat. One more deep breath. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, release the hands back down, slightly bending through the knees. Inhale, come to extended mountain, reaching those fingertips high. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, extended mountain, and exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, plant the hands and step the right foot back. Release the heel down, and as we inhale, rise up to our warrior one pose. So your heel and right foot is at a 45-degree angle in the back. The hips and shoulders are square to the front, and the fingertips are reaching high. Shoulders are down and back away from the ears. Finding a really good lunge in that left leg, sinking the hips low. Inhale, open up the chest, and exhale out through the mouth. And then opening up the arms, coming into your warrior two. So we're bringing the right fingertips back and the left fingertips forward, opening up the chest towards the right. Inhale, open up the chest, extending through those fingertips. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Great warrior two pose. Finding strength in that left leg, strength through the arms, rising the crown of the head tall, coming out of those hips. Inhale, cartwheel the hands down, framing the left foot, and then step the left foot back to meet the right, and take your vinyasa flow, coming into your chaturanga with the exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Great movement, great breaths. We're going to take that motion on the other side. So inhale, look to the top of the mat. And exhale, step into your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise up to your extended mountain, reaching those fingertips high. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, half lift. exhale, plant the hands and step the left foot back. Releasing that heel down, rise up into your warrior one. Sinking into that right knee. Heel is facing, back heel is at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, reaching those fingertips high, open up the chest. And exhale, sink just a little bit lower into your warrior one. Inhale, open up the arms to your warrior two. And exhale, sink down into those hips, really bending that right knee. Opening up the chest towards the left. Inhale, extending through those fingertips. Exhale, sinking low. Inhale, cartwheel those hands down to frame the right foot. And exhale, step the foot back and take your vinyasa flow. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. Find a moment to just breathe here in your downward facing dog. Reaching those heels down into the mat, opening up the backs of the legs. Really lifting through those hips. Finding a good form here in this posture. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, release the knees into the mat. Come to seated. Letting those feet plant in front of you. Inhale, reach the fingers back. And exhale, arch through the spine. Reaching forward. And slowly let the back all the way down onto the mat, each vertebrae at a time. And whenever you've made it, hug the knees. Maybe find that rock from side to side, massaging out the back. Breathing deep here, slowing down the heart rate. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Release the feet back into the mat. And inhale, bring the right ankle to the left knee. Finding our reclined pigeon pose. And exhale, open up the arms to a T out beside you. We're going to find windshield wipers. So slowly releasing the knees over to the right. Opening up the left side of the body. And inhale back to center. Coming over to the left with your breath. Working out that lower back. And then coming back to center. Go ahead and move from side to side at your own pace with your own breath. Opening up the hips. And then we're going to come to the other side. So releasing the top foot down and switching the ankle on top of the knee. Opening up that hip. Inhale. And exhale, bring the knees over to the left side. Inhale back to center. And exhale, release it over to the other side. Working those hips. Releasing tightness from the lower back. Come back to center with those legs. And bring the ankle off of the knee, releasing the toes long down the mat and the hands coming down by the sides, finding a restful posture in Shavasana or corpse pose. Close the eyes, and here we're going to release the muscles, starting with the forehead, unfurrowing the eyebrows, letting the eyes sink back and the eyelids just softly closing on top of them. Unclenching the jaw, and let the tongue come away from the roof of the mouth. Open up the chest, let the shoulders be heavy into the ground, softening through the hips. Unlock the knees, and let the toes roll to the outsides of the mat. Coming back into our deep breathing and finding a place of quiet where we can listen to these questions, these meditation questions, and open our heart and ask the Lord to come and meet us in this place. Speak to us. And then again, maybe after this video, journaling any thoughts that come from these questions and taking some time with the Lord. Have you experienced the perfect peace that can only be found in God? Is there anything keeping you from trusting the Prince of Peace with your whole heart? God, thank you that peace is available to us today. Lord, no matter what we're going through, no matter our circumstances or what life looks like around us, Lord, you draw us near to your heart and show us what true rest is. Lord, so I ask that you would make that known to our heart today, how we could experience you in a deeper way, experience your peace today. I pray that you come and meet the anxious hearts and you would give them peace. Lord, you are the Prince of Peace, and we can only find it in you. We love you so much, and it's in your holy name that we pray. Amen. Thank you again so much for being here with me and practicing and praying and being still. And I look forward so much to seeing you next time.